My child, listen carefully, for what I am about to tell you now may change your life as early as this week. I know exactly how you are feeling at this very moment. You wake up in the morning and the first thing that crosses your mind is it worth getting up today? You look in the mirror and no longer recognize the person standing there. You smile at others while you weep inside. You answer, I am fine, when they ask about you, even while knowing you are slowly sinking. Stop everything you are doing right now, because this message did not reach you by chance. The discouragement that is consuming you, that heavy feeling that nothing will ever go right again, that silent desire to simply stop trying, this is not your final destination. I, your father, need to tell you something urgent in the coming minutes. I will reveal 3 things to you. Why you are feeling this way right now, what is happening in the spiritual realm around your life, and the exact path out that I have already prepared just for you. Do not leave this video, because what you are about to hear in the next few minutes may be the turnaround you have been waiting for years without even knowing it. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer from the depths of your chest with sincerity. When was the last time you felt truly alive? I am not talking about fleeting excitement. I am not talking about joy because of a trip or a new purchase. I am talking about that feeling of fullness, of knowing that you are exactly where you should be, doing exactly what you were called to do. For many people listening to me now, this answer will hurt, because it has been a long time, perhaps years. Perhaps you do not even remember what it is like anymore. You have started living on autopilot. Wake up, work, pay the bills, sleep. Wake up, work, pay the bills, sleep. And the days pass by while a voice deep within your soul keeps asking, is this it? Is this all I was made for? You look at your marriage and feel that the spark has gone out. You look at your children and fear you are not giving them what they need. You look at your bank account and feel your chest tighten. You look at your body in the mirror and realize you have aged on the inside before even aging on the outside. I know you completely. I know about that night you cried in hiding in the bathroom so that no one would see you. I know about that prayer you made on your knees, asking for a sign and thinking that I did not hear you. I know about that dark thought that crossed your mind in a moment of weakness, when you thought no one would notice. I saw it all, and I did not judge you. But I need you to understand now a truth that has changed the lives of millions of people who were exactly where you are. The discouragement that strikes you down is not merely exhaustion. It is not just stress. It is not just a bad phase that will pass on its own. There is something much greater occurring, and when you understand it, everything will begin to make sense. Even Elijah, the most powerful prophet of his time, after the greatest victory of his life, sat under a tree in the desert and asked to die. Why? Because discouragement does not choose between a winner or a loser. It attacks precisely those who are on the verge of experiencing a turnaround. And that is exactly where you are now. Pause for a second. Are you feeling this? This tightness in your chest as I speak? This chill that ran down your arms? This is not cheap emotion. This is your spirit recognizing that I am calling you right now. You could be watching anything else at this moment, any other video, any other social media, but you are here listening to every word. It was I who placed this message in your path today, because your family needs you standing tall, and the enemy of your soul knows this. That is why I prepared the powerful digital book for you, How to Know If God Will Save You at the Final Judgment. This book has reached the hands of thousands of Brazilians who were exactly where you are, and they reported a profound awakening that changed everything. Mothers who thought about giving up began to dream again. Fathers who felt like failures found a new purpose. People over 35 who thought their time had passed discovered that the best was yet to come. The link is pinned in the video description and also at the top of the comments. Do not leave this for later. This content may be taken down at any moment, and this call may not return a second time. If you felt something at this moment, write Amen down below. Confirm with your own mouth that you heard what I said. Now listen to me with redoubled attention. There is a truth about discouragement that no one has told you, and this truth will set your mind free. The discouragement you feel does not come only from the outside. It is not just because of the suffocating work, the tightening bills, the relationship that has grown cold, the children who are difficult. Discouragement is a spiritual weapon that the enemy uses specifically against the children I have called for great things. Think with me. Why do you think there are people living mediocre lives, without any purpose, without any greater dream, and they do not feel even half the discomfort that you feel? Because they are not a threat to the kingdom of darkness. But you, my child, you are different. You were marked even before you were born for something greater, and that is why the enemy invests heavily in paralyzing you before you truly discover who you are. Discouragement is a silent strategy. When the enemy cannot bring you down through great temptation, he brings you down through the small exhaustion of daily life. He places tiny stones in your path, one after the other, day after day, until you feel crushed by the accumulated weight. You did not wake up discouraged out of nowhere. It was a slow construction. A disappointment here, a harsh word there, a prayer that seemed unanswered, a door that closed, a promise that seemed not to be fulfilled, a friend who disappeared, a dream that was postponed. And little by little, without you noticing, your faith was leaking away like a poorly closed faucet. Today I am going to close that faucet in your life. Look around you now. How many people do you know who are taking antidepressants in Brazil today? The numbers are alarming. More than 18 million Brazilians suffer from anxiety disorders, and the number of people with clinical depression continues to grow year after year. Brazil is currently one of the most anxious countries in the world, and do you know why? Because a silent spiritual war is being waged against this generation. The enemy has understood that if he keeps you too busy to pray, too tired to read the word, and too sad to perceive my presence, he has already won half the battle. You who are there, over 35 years old, perhaps you are feeling this burden in a unique way. Because at your age the demands have increased, your parents have aged and rely on you, your children have grown and demand more, your work has become more demanding, your body has started to show signs, and time seems to be racing. And in the midst of all this you ask yourself, where did the joy I had at 20 go? I will answer you now, it did not leave. It was buried under layers of responsibility, disappointment and fear, but it is still alive within you. Now you are understanding, aren't you? What is consuming you is not of the earth, it is of the spirit, and the war that you have been fighting alone for so long, I already won on the cross 2,000 years ago. That is why I have prepared a powerful digital book for you, How to Know If God Will Save You on Judgment Day. Grab the link now in the video description or at the top of the comments. Your family needs you to awaken today, not tomorrow, not next week. Time is short and I am calling you now. I need you to open your ears wide for this next part, because what comes now is a truth that few know, and it will give you the key to climb out of this hole you have fallen into. Discouragement has 3 levels, and understanding which level you are at is the first step toward your liberation. The first level is the discouragement of fatigue. This is the most common. You are exhausted, simply exhausted. The body asks for rest, the mind asks for silence, the soul asks for a pause. This discouragement is resolved with sleep, with leisure, with fresh air, with a good conversation, with a tight embrace. If your discouragement is only this, be thankful, because it is the easiest to treat. But there is a second level, which is much deeper. The discouragement of disappointment. This appears when you expected something great and nothing happened. You dreamed of a marriage and it crumbled. You trusted a person and they betrayed you. You invested in a job and were discarded. You prayed for a specific miracle and it took too long. You believed in a promise and it seems to have vanished into thin air. This discouragement is not cured with sleep. It demands forgiveness. Forgiveness of others, forgiveness of yourself, and sometimes I know forgiveness of me. Yes, I know you were angry with me at some point in your life. You thought I abandoned you. You thought I did not hear you. You thought I was unfair to you when other people seemed to receive without even asking. And that is okay. I can bear your anger. I can bear your silence. I can bear your doubt. What I cannot bear is to see you sinking without doing anything for you. However, there is still a third level of discouragement, which is the most dangerous of all. It is the discouragement of identity. This is the one that steals who you are. You begin to believe that you have no value, that you are undeserving of love, that you are a complete failure, that you will never be able to change. that your story is already written and that its ending will be sad. This discouragement is a lie from the enemy, and it becomes reality the very moment you start to believe in it. Because what you say about yourself becomes seed, and what you sow you reap. If you keep repeating in the mirror, "I cannot," "I am a failure," "No one loves me," "I have no future," you are planting this in your own inner soil, and in a short time your life will bear exactly the fruit you have planted. That is why I tell you today with all the authority of heaven, stop. Stop right now saying these things about yourself. Stop agreeing with the enemy's lie. Because I did not create you to be who discouragement is saying you are. I created you in my image. I created you with purpose. I created you with power. I created you with a future written by my own hands, and no discouragement can rewrite what I have already decided about you. I want to tell you a story now that will touch you deeply, but that will give you new hope. There is a Brazilian woman from the countryside of Minas Gerais who was exactly where you are now. Her name does not matter, because she could be you. She was 47 years old, with 3 children almost in their teens, a husband growing more distant, a job in an office that drained her soul, and for almost 2 years she had been living in a state she herself called an emotional blackout. She would wake up, make coffee, send the children to school, go to work, come back, have dinner without tasting anything, and go to sleep, feeling absolutely nothing. She told me later that during this period she took 3 boxes of antidepressants, went to private therapy, changed gyms, changed churches, and nothing truly worked. Until one day she was in her car, stuck in a traffic jam in Belo Horizonte, and began to cry for no specific reason, in that way that comes from deep within. And there, inside the car, with the traffic honking outside, she said a very simple phrase, without any theology, without any preparation, "Lord, I cannot take it anymore. Please do something." And at that very instant, without her asking, she turned on the radio, and what was playing was exactly what she needed to hear. It was not a coincidence, it was me answering. In less than 6 months, her life had completely changed. She started dreaming again, started smiling again, started finding pleasure in the small things, and she only did one thing differently. She started trusting in me again. Wait, do you feel this now? This chill that passed through you, this tear that tried to fall, this strange certainty that this message was written personally for you. This is your spirit recognizing the voice of your Father. You are at a moment of spiritual turning point, and the enemy is doing everything to keep you from seeing this. That is why he is trying to distract you right now. Perhaps your phone vibrated. Perhaps a silly thought appeared. Perhaps someone called you. Do not leave here. It is for this reason that I have prepared the powerful digital book for you. How to Know If God Will Save You on Judgment Day. This book is in the hands of thousands of Brazilians who were living in the dark, and today they testify that they have truly begun to breathe again. People like you, over 35 years old, who thought that the phase of God acting had passed, discovered that the best was yet to come. The link is pinned in the video description and also at the top of the comments. Do not leave it for later, because this video may be taken down at any moment. If you are feeling this calling now, write down below, "I trust in you, Lord." Seal with your mouth what your spirit has already decided within. Now I will give you the exact path to overcome this discouragement. This is not theory. This is not cheap motivation. It is the spiritual practice that has the power to break the cycle in your life before this month is out. First, decide today, right now, that you will stop saying bad things about yourself. Every time the thought "I cannot" comes, you reply, "In Christ I can do all things." Every time "I am a failure" comes, you reply, "I am a child of the Most High God." Every time "Nobody loves me" comes, you reply out loud, "My Father loves me with an everlasting love." You must immediately interrupt this cycle of destructive words, because what you speak about yourself becomes your reality over time. The mouth creates the future. Start speaking life today, even if you do not yet believe it. Faith comes before feeling. Or, second, set aside 15 minutes a day to be with me. The time does not matter. It can be in the morning before breakfast. It can be in the car on the way to work. It can be in the bathroom with the door locked. It can be in bed before you sleep. But set aside 15 sacred minutes. No cell phone, no television, no distraction, just you and me. Speak to me as one speaks to a father. Tell me what hurts. Tell me your fears. Tell me your most secret desires, those you have never told anyone. And then be silent, because I speak to you often in silence. In the silence you will hear that which the noise of the world does not let you listen to. In the silence, I will give you answers you have sought your entire life. Third, identify someone close to you who is doing worse and help. It can be a word, it can be a hug, it can be a shared meal, it can be a prayer, it can be a call you have been putting off for weeks. But do something concrete for someone, because discouragement is a prison that is broken when you step out of it to set someone else free. When you help someone, your attention shifts from your own suffering to the pain of another. And in that movement, I heal you silently. This is a principle of the kingdom that few truly understand. You heal yourself by helping to heal others. Fourth, start to give thanks, even before anything changes in your life. Be thankful for the life you still have. Be thankful for the air you breathe for free. Be thankful for the roof that covers your head. Be thankful for the food you still have in the refrigerator, even if it is simple. Be thankful for the people around you, even if they are imperfect. Be thankful for your body, even with its pains, because gratitude is the key that opens the gates of heaven over your life. When you are thankful for the little, I multiply it. When you complain about the much, I take it away. And today your life will change its tone because you will trade complaint for gratitude. It will be uncomfortable at first. It will seem forced, but persist. In a few weeks, you will no longer recognize the pessimistic person you once were. And the fifth step, perhaps the most important of all, stop carrying what is not yours. You are carrying guilt for things I have forgiven you for a long time ago. You are carrying wounds caused by people who have already left your life and do not even remember you anymore. You are carrying expectations of people who do not even truly love you. You are carrying the weight of the world, as if it were your job to fix everything and everyone. It is not. I called you to collaborate with me, not to carry the universe on your back. Let go, release, surrender. Everything that keeps you awake, surrender it to me. Everything that tightens your chest, surrender it to me. Everything that makes you doubt your own worth, surrender it to me. I can bear the weight. I am God. You only need to open your hands and let go. Look back at your life now. But truly look. Look at all the times you thought you would not make it, yet you did. Look at all the doors that seemed definitively closed, but opened at the last minute. Look at all the nights you cried thinking it was the end, and look at how today you are here. Alive, breathing, listening to my voice. How many times should you have broken? But I held you. How many times did you not even notice the angel I placed in your path? How many times did you almost make the wrong decision and something within you stopped you? That was me, that was always me. If I have brought you this far, it is because there is still a long road ahead. I do not invest in those who will not bear fruit. And I have invested time, love, and purpose in you. I have plans for you that go far beyond what you can imagine right now with your tired mind. Plans of peace, of a future, of true prosperity, of eternal purpose. The word is clear. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. This word has no expiration date. It applies to you today, now, at this very moment, as you are listening to my voice. Your discouragement is not your final destination. I repeat, your discouragement is not your final destination. It is only a passage. It is just a desert that precedes a miracle. It is just the dark night that comes before the bright morning, and the morning is coming for you. You just need to hold on tight until the sun rises, and to help you hold on, I will be with you. Not as a distant idea, not as a cold religion, but as a real, living, active, and present force. You will feel it. You will perceive it. You will see things begin to change right in front of you. Small doors will open, where before there was only a wall. Small joys will return, where before there was only ash. Small certainties will be reborn, where before there was only fear. And when you least expect it, you will look back and say, "How could I have doubted him? How could I have thought he had forgotten me?" I want you to remember one important thing. My most used children in the scriptures were all people who went through the deep desert before the glory. Moses spent 40 years in the desert before liberating the people. Joseph spent years in an unjust prison before ruling Egypt. David spent years fleeing in caves before becoming king. Job lost everything before receiving double. Peter denied me 3 times before preaching to thousands on the day of Pentecost. Paul went blind before he truly saw. Can you see the pattern? I use the desert to shape those I will use. If you are in the desert now, it is because I am molding you for something that is still to come. Do not despise this time. Do not curse this time. Use this time, because every tear you are crying today is a seed being planted for a harvest that is coming. Every restless night is a spiritual muscle being built for future battles. Every disappointment is a layer of immaturity being removed so you can receive what is coming with wisdom. And look at something interesting. The happiest people you know today, if you ask them, they will all tell you that they went through periods exactly like yours, perhaps worse. But they rose again. Not because they were stronger, but because one day they decided to trust. And that is the decision I am asking of you now. Decide to trust. It is not a feeling, it is a choice. You can be afraid, full of doubt, weary, and still choose to trust. Trust does not mean to understand. Trust means to walk even without understanding. It means taking the next step even without seeing the entire staircase. It means saying, I do not know what is happening, but I know that my Father knows, and that is enough for me. I end by telling you this. Trust, even without understanding what is happening. Trust, even without seeing the way out yet. Trust, even in the midst of the chaos that surrounds you today, because my promise to you has never failed, and it will never fail. I am the God who parts the sea when there is no visible path. I am the God who multiplies loaves when there is no food. I am the God who raises children from the dead when it seems too late. I am the God who heals the incurable, who frees the imprisoned, who wipes away every tear. And in your life I will do the impossible if you decide to trust. You do not need to have strength. I am your strength. You do not need to have wisdom. I am your wisdom. You do not need to have a path. I am the path. You only need one thing: to trust. Look up now. Take a deep breath. Feel the air entering your lungs. Feel your heart beating. All of this I have made. I fashioned every cell of yours. I know every thought of yours even before it forms. I count every hair on your head. I keep every tear of yours in a bottle in heaven. How could I forget you? How could I abandon you? I may seem silent, but I am never absent. I may seem delayed, but I am never late. I may seem distant, but I am closer to you than your own breath. And today I am telling you what perhaps you needed to hear a long time ago. You are loved. You are loved intensely. You are loved eternally. And nothing you do, nothing you feel, nothing you go through, nothing will ever change this love. This love is the foundation of everything that is to come in your life. This video has reached its end, but what is beginning within you is only the start. You did not arrive here by chance. I brought you personally to this message, and now the decision is yours. That is why I have prepared the powerful digital book for you. How to know if God will save you on Judgment Day. This book will guide you step by step on a path of deep awakening, preparing you and your family for what is to come in these days. The link is pinned in the video description and also at the top of the comments. Click now. Do not leave it for tomorrow, because tomorrow does not belong to you. Today is the day of your spiritual breakthrough. And to finish on a high note, write right now below, with faith, with tears in your eyes if necessary, I trust in you, Lord, and I believe that my breakthrough has already begun today. May this word seal your new time. I love you. I have never abandoned you, and I am with you every day of your life until the end. Amen.